Hello and welcome to another episode of Aufhören, der Podcast. Aufhören, by the way, means quitting, and this podcast is called Quitting because I started it in a moment where I quit a lot of things. I quit working in a corporate job, for example, and then I started building my own business, and now fast forward a few years, I am a life coach and a spiritual engineer, and this is my work and my lifestyle and my mission for now on this planet. And so today I want to talk. By the way, my name is Sophia Thome. If you don't know that already, now you do. And welcome. And today I want to talk about a topic that came to me spontaneously. Maybe you know that feeling of channeling, you know that feeling of when something just flows, when you don't know the reason why, what you did right or wrong in your life, but all of a sudden you have an idea and it's very easy for you and very effortless to birth it. That's funny that I say it like this today. To birth the project, to create something, you just let it flow, and then at the end you have a song, or you have a blog article, or you have created tie-dye or whatever it is. In my case, in this case today, it is a podcast episode. And so the topic that I want to talk about today is how is, as a young woman, as a woman in her late 20s, or for women, or maybe also non-binary humans in their late 20s, 30s, mid-30s, the pressure of being a mom, becoming a mom, having children, having a family, not having a family, like everything, like some thoughts of mine around this. And so before we start with a mindful minute, because I think we can all really need that, I wanna let you know that these are my own thoughts. It's my opinion because this is my podcast. And you can disagree, you can agree, you can like me, you can dislike me or my opinion. And that's totally fine. It's very important for me to speak my truth, and this is why I do this podcast here, and I will continue doing this. And if it's hard for you to accept, then that's your process, or whatever you feel has nothing to do with me or with what I'm going to say, and everything with you. So I want to encourage you to take responsibility for your feelings, and to be sophisticated enough to be able to know that when I trigger you, it's not about me, but it's about you, and that actually it can also be a gift for you because you can learn something about yourself if you look there a bit closer. And I think my audience is super cool. I love all of you guys, and that's why I think that that's clear anyways. But this is a trigger warning, I guess, but maybe I could put a trigger warning on everything that I'm saying. But all right, let's start. And before we start, as I said, let's take a deep breath, you guys. I really need it. And if you're living like a normal person, I guess you also had a day that was probably a little bit too fast, probably a little bit too much. And I think it will do good for you also to take a deep breath with me now. All right. Okay, another one, and make a sound when you breathe out. Yeah, try it, it's good. Okay, and let's do one more. Okay. That was good. If you want, press pause and have another one. because it's 2020, girl or boy. We can really need it. So, a few days ago, I received a message with some news from a friend of mine, and it was actually very magical. Like, she sent me a picture of her baby girl that was born in exactly this day. For privacy reasons, obviously, I'm not gonna say the name or whatever. But yeah, that was so nice for me because I woke up in the morning and I looked at my phone a few hours later and I saw, oh my God, there's this new human arrived out of the body of my friend. And yeah, and it was really magical because the day before, she gave birth the day before, and then I saw it the next day, the picture of the baby. And exactly on the day she gave birth, I thought about her. I don't think about her every day. But I thought about her on this day and I was like, somehow, how much longer does she want to be pregnant? Like, when is that human coming out of her? There must be like now somewhen. And then it turns out that exactly when I thought about her, she was giving birth. And there was, I don't know. Sometimes life is just so magical and it's super nice. So as you can hear, I'm excited about this and I'm really happy about this. And so I don't know how good all of you know me, but I'm going to share with you now. I am not a mom yet. I have not given birth to another human and I am 30 years old. And now in the last few years, I noticed that more and more of my friends, not all of my friends, but some of my friends, maybe half of them, or I don't know, I'm not really counting friends, but more of the people who I know are making babies, getting married, buying houses, like things like this, like in hashtag adult life. And I see often that it's something that many people think about. And I think that I hear often that people feel under pressure in both directions, maybe. Like some people feel under pressure because they want to have a house and a baby and a partner and a dog, maybe. And they feel time pressure that they need to have this ASAP. Some people maybe feel pressure because they don't want to have this and they're not sure about what the fuck is going on or if they're allowed or whatever. So, but at least there's this like idea of what you're supposed to do, of what normal people are doing when in their life, and this is like the shape that society that we think society wants us to live like. Some things that we are just like supposed to follow. And I think I hope that I today with my perspective on this, that maybe it can bring some lightness for you if you're listening to this around this topic of do you want to become a mom, do you not want to become a mom or dad, and how does this feel for you, this decision? And because also one thing that I see that I can understand, but I think it's also not the way to go, is that I think fueled by frustration or insecurity, not enough strength and not enough clarity and not enough groundedness in your own identity. I think that sometimes results to frustration, which then results to kind of resentment, being against someone, being against something, being against concepts, or being against anything really, you know. And I wanna provide you with another perspective. So what I can say from my side is that right now I'm 30 years old, and of course, or I don't know if if that's of course, but I have thought about, do I want to become a mom? Do I want to have my own children? Like, how do I want to create my life for now, or for the next 10 years or whatever? Like, even though I don't know if I'm a 10-year. Okay, so now something happened that it would be a lie to say that it has never happened before, but now it happened again. And that was that the battery of my microphone, the rechargeable battery of my microphone, died, and I didn't notice. So I was just having around 10 minutes of conversation that was not recorded. And it's a pity, because I think I said really good things. But I trust that this is exactly how it was supposed to be. And yeah, I'm going to share with you again. So here we are. Welcome back to me. So I was about to tell you where I personally stand in that topic, and what I have experienced through my own journey of finding out where I stand, and looking at, oh my God, I have 2 feet and I am someone, and there are different places where I could possibly stand. So I want to become a mom. I want to experience giving birth. I think that this is one of the most badass things that any human can ever do. And I can feel this inside of me, that I want to experience this. And of course, I know that maybe nature has other plans, but this I'm gonna find out when I'm gonna find out. But for now, this is what I think. So what else was I saying? I don't know if the part got cut out where I told you that handling children is pretty intuitive to me, because I'm kind of a family person. I grew up with many children around me always. I don't know how changing diapers is such a big deal for some people, but I changed diapers when I was a child myself, so it's very intuitive to me. And I noticed this also recently when I was hanging out with some of like the small babies or small toddler children of some friends of mine, and there were also other friends around who had no idea what to do with a child when it's crying or whatever. And okay, let me have a sip of water, please. And you can have one too. So that was good. So for me it's clear that I would love to experience this, and I think there are also some people who, for them, it's clear that they somehow feel inside themselves or wherever that they don't want to have children, they don't want to raise children, and they don't want to give birth. I want to do both. I want to raise children. I want to raise another human, and I also want to give birth. I want to breed another being inside of me. That's like so crazy. And so where else do I stand with this? I think this got also cut out that I shared that I am in open communication around this with my partner, and I think that's really important. Not only I think it's important for a healthy relationship, and not only the conversation around children, but in general to have a conversation around how do you want to build your life? Like, what do you want from life? What do you want to create in this life? How do you want to live? And how do I want to live? Like, share these visions of your life with each other. And of course, you can never always plan everything, and plans change. But in my opinion, it is important to know this yourself, and also to share it with your partner, to share it in a partnership. And I'm not saying that I was always perfect around this. I was just checking the batteries, but I still have 2 of 3, so we're good. I have been in partnerships where I could ask my boyfriend, hey, shall we go on holidays next summer? And he was like, oh my God, next summer, that's too far away. I cannot plan that. And I think maybe it was like Bindungsunfähigkeit, like he had trouble committing to me, to something, to anything. And I was spending so much time with him. And yeah, I don't know. I allowed someone to be my boyfriend who was so not committed to the future and to his own life, because I was like that with my life too. So just saying that I'm not perfect, I'm just trying my best every day, just like you. And yeah, right now, if you're listening and you're a woman or a man, whatever, like the first, I think, important message for me is have conversations with your partner around how you want your life to be, how you feel, how you imagine your life to be. Answer these questions for yourself and share them, answer them together as a couple, to figure out if it is aligned, and do this early. Maybe not on the first date, or maybe on the first date, whatever, but better too early than never. And I think there are many, I don't know how many, but maybe too many still, relationships that go completely unconscious of their own desires, relationships with yourself, between you, yourself and you, but also between you and your partner. And yeah, it's just so important to know what you want in life, because otherwise it's a bit hard to get it. I take another sip. So this is where I stand. Now comes this part. Honestly, a few, maybe in the last few years, I started thinking about this topic. It just came to me naturally in the last few years that I cared about it at all. Like in my early 20s, it was something just very far away, and it was just never in my mind to even think about it. And now since a few years I'm thinking about it, or I'm feeling that it's a topic for me. And and I believe that it feels to me like I am because I am asking myself the question, and I'm taking the time to reflect and to wonder, and also I'm taking some courage and some energy and just time to have conversations with my partner. I even talk to my parents about it. I feel like I am now in a place where I can stand strong and I can stand secure in my idea and in what I want. I have asked myself, what do I want? And I received an answer, and that's why now I feel stable, because I know what I want for myself, and that's what matters. And of course, it is a process, and I will probably it will change what I want, and I will also question myself again, and maybe already tomorrow. I don't know when this comes, but then I'm gonna take some time again to figure out what I want. This I didn't say yet. So for me, it is also clear at the moment that if I get to choose, and I know that sometimes life just happens, literally life just happens. But at the moment, if I get to choose, I would like to give birth and I would like to raise a child, but later. At the moment, I'm so committed to my career and to building my business, to changing the world, moving the world, making the world, just something different, leaving my footprint and making that bigger and connecting and creating. And I enjoy so much that I have that I can live kind of selfish, that I only need to think for myself and for my partner, or that we can only think for ourselves, and that gives us freedom that I know with a child will be different. Not saying that it's not there, but it will be different. And I just enjoy that a lot, this flexibility in life, freedom. As you know, I live in different places in the world. I like to travel. I like to work all day. I like to record podcasts. So this is where I stand. I would like to give birth and raise a child, but later, because now a few more years, I am busy. I am busy with busyness, and So, and I feel now comes then a really nice part. I feel that because I am clear with myself. And because I'm clear with myself around my needs, and I'm content and I'm kind of peaceful, I noticed this when I received this news from my friend, because I have done this work, and I do my fingers like this, because it's like inner work or reflection work. I am at a point where I can be so happy and nothing but happy when a friend messages me that she gave birth now or whatever, or that a friend is pregnant, a friend gets twins, a friend gets 5 children, or buys another house, or whatever. And I noticed this a few days ago when this happened, that I'm so glad, I'm so happy that I can be happy for my friends, because I'm doing my own work, because I'm not projecting my shit. Because I am happy with what I do, I can also be happy with what others do, even if it's something very different that I'm doing, even if it's something that I'm not choosing at the moment. And this is also kind of my most important message in this podcast, because I have the impression that there is also a lot of resentment, that for some women maybe there's frustration because there's no partner or whatever, like they somehow want something that someone else has already, or they don't want it, or they are not clear with themselves, they are not and I can understand that, for example, if you would like to get pregnant and it's not working, that this can be maybe heavy or sad or frustrating, but no, actually in every way it's yours to handle. And I want to share this feeling, and I want to encourage you to if you are not, to work on yourself, because it only has to do with yourself, that you can also be in a place like this, that we can all be in a place like this, that when our friends, when our loved ones, or even people, let's think bigger, even people who are not our friends, or who we not love directly, but just another human, when someone is happy and they experience something in their life that makes them really happy, and something really big, like buying a house or like giving birth, that that you can be happy with them. And if that's not the case, then you have some work to do. Seriously, don't blame it on society or the pressure or whatever. If you feel this feeling not content, feeling nearly a bit grumpy, becoming a bit bitter, then soften, open your heart, do the work, be kind to yourself, give yourself what you need, and make your own life into a wonderful, fulfilled creation, so you can also be happy when others have a wonderful, fulfilled life. Yeah, so this is kind of what I would like to share today. And also here, I'm not perfect, and I have not always been perfect, and I definitely know this feeling. Like, if you feel this, I feel you if you feel this, because I have felt it too. This I don't know, maybe the classic, you go back to your hometown and everybody there has like a stable life, whatever that means, with other problems, but still from the outside it looks so perfect. They have a house and a child, and they live the normal life, and whatever you choose, following your heart, following your dream, and this takes you through some mess before it gets clearer or whatever. If I know this feeling that it can, make you insecure, that it, and this insecurity then maybe leads to resentment, or, or the lack of space for the joy of the other person. And so I know this feeling. I really do. But I think I had this because I was not clear with myself, and I was not content, and I had not figured it out. And of course you will never have figured it out, but you will always need to refigure it out. But it's worth it. It really is worth it. And then what I want to, something else from my process, I'm also so grateful that the friends I have with children, that we are, not with all of them, but with most of them, I feel so privileged and happy, because I also feel so close and so connected to them, even though it's not the friends I see daily. But I feel that through some friends of mine, having done this already, they also share with me, like, honestly, how it is. And that also helped me to decide what I want to do, or when I want to do it. And as I said, I know that I cannot control life, literally, and that sometimes it's not my choice. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm not fertile, or maybe there's an accident happening, even though, as you know, I'm an expert in menstrual cycle awareness, so I know exactly when my ovulation is and all that. But because and that's also, I think, because I can manage to stay close in the heart to my friends, even though, not to all of them, and that was not always the case. But I think this is some of the fruits, that I'm able to stay close to my friends in the heart, even though in our life we do completely different things, is because I'm able to be content with what I do, and therefore I can be just happy for them and not judge them, and I think they can feel it. And therefore I also get really honest insights in the life of a mom. And that's why I know that I used to think a bit naive about it, that I honestly thought, okay, I mean, I can't for sure just do both. I'm just going to be at home working as always and whatever. And maybe I could, I don't know, but I'm just grateful to have some friends who are baby moms now, and who can give me really raw, unfiltered information of the life of a mom. And that helped me to be even more clear about what I am doing, and that I am doing exactly what I want at the moment. And this gives me the space to be happy for everyone else who is doing exactly what they want. So, a few more words on pressure from society. And also here, my intention is to support you. Like, I'm not. If you want to victimize yourself, you need to do this alone. I'm not gonna join you doing this. But so if you think, if you are maybe a bit angry and upset with society because society puts you under pressure and you're this poor woman who just wants to live your life, but then there are all these society standards put up on you, and then, as I said already, you're victimizing yourself. I want to say it again, very present, with a lot of presence. If you have this internalized anger or anger, resentment on this mean society that is putting so much pressure on you that you're supposed to do this thing or that thing, I think you're disempowering yourself. You're giving away your power. You're victimizing yourself. You're making yourself small. And I would like to encourage you to do you no matter what. And yes, maybe there's pressure, but it's your choice. If you let that pressure suppress you, if you let that pressure make you smaller, if you let that pressure in your system. And what do you do when there's pressure? You need to make yourself bigger, expand your aura, become stronger, whatever, so that this pressure has no effect on you anymore. If you notice pressure, do something about it, something empowering, something constructive, something about yourself, something other than complaining about the outside pressure. But put the finger on yourself and think about, what can I do? So I don't care about pressure because I'm so focused on what I want to do and on feeling good and on having my life that, there can't be as much pressure as the pressure wants to pressure. You're not affected by it that much because you're powerful, you're wonderful, you're awesome, you know what you want, or you are you're finding more and more clarity every day. And you're living your life exactly as you want it to be. And if not, then you change it. And so that's my message for today. And I hope that it makes you feel bigger. It makes you feel more powerful. It makes you feel like you matter, and it makes you feel like, you have the power to decide how you feel and what's going on in your life, because I believe